If you want an easy-to-use, no-fluff password manager, you've come to the right place. I have the best password manager for beginners lineup. I'm going to cover the top 3 providers that are reliable and fit for new users. Besides covering their main functions, I'll present their pros and cons so you can choose the one you like best. In this password manager comparison, I will start with a NordPass tutorial. The installation process is very straightforward, whether you are using a Mac, a Windows PC, or a mobile. Simply follow the instructions given during the installation and you will be done in just a few minutes. Even complete beginners shouldn't find it difficult. After the installation is done, I am met with a clear and intuitive design. On the left side, there are folders with my information, but first, let's see how to import passwords or other secure data. NordPass allows me to import from other popular password managers like 1Password or most internet browsers. Besides, I can add passwords manually or create new ones. Generating a new password with NordPass is really simple. I can create a strong password with my preferred length in just a few seconds. I can also generate a passphrase password from 3 to 10 words, which is useful when I can't paste my password and have to enter it manually. Now, passwords are not the only sensitive data you might want to save. For example, having your credit card details or secure notes saved in your password manager is also a great idea. To do that, I can simply add data to an existing folder or create a new one. You probably noticed that secure passwords are rather complex, so entering them manually every time can get quite annoying. To avoid that, there is an autofill feature. With NordPass, every time I need to enter my credentials in a box, I can choose one of my saved passwords or save a new password in my vault. Another core feature that NordPass has is its password sharing. It allows me not only to share passwords with my family or co-workers easily, but also to see who has access to particular passwords. By the way, I can share not only passwords, but also other sensitive information. I found no issues whatsoever with NordPass password sharing. It was fast, easy to use, and most importantly, secure. If you want to use NordPass on your mobile device, I've got news for you. The mobile apps have all the same features as the desktop ones. Most other password managers can't provide that. I also found out that NordPass is structured very similarly on all of its apps, so it was an easy transition when switching from desktop to mobile. Now, looking at extra features, I want to point out the data breach scanner. It allows me to add my emails to monitor if my data was leaked in a dark web database. If it does, I get various information including what was leaked, how the breach happened, and when. This extra tool not only urges you to change your password as soon as possible, but also can teach you a thing or two about cybersecurity. So yeah, NordPass seems like a great secure option, but is it affordable? Well, it does have a limited free plan, but I think in the long term, premium is the only way. The free plan is missing many features like password sharing, data breach scanner, or an option to add files to your saved items. Besides, their premium and family plans are quite affordable. If you're going to use NordPass just for yourself, you should go for the premium plan. But as long as there is at least one additional person you want to include, then you should consider the family plan. Whichever plan you choose, to save even more money on NordPass, I left our exclusive deal for you in the description. The next easy-to-use password manager suggestion is 1Password. I had no problems downloading and installing it as it is straightforward, so let's jump into the app. After launching the app, I see the main view, which is the All Items folder. You probably noticed that it's very different from NordPass, but don't worry, it's still easy to use. For example, I can add items by simply clicking on the new item right there. When starting to use 1Password, you will want to import all of your saved passwords from a browser or another password manager. It has password importing for that. It's not hard to do, but to be honest, it is a little bit limited when it comes to the password managers it can import from. On the bright side, there should be no problems importing from browsers as it does support all of the most used ones. To do that, I can just click on the username right there, choose import, then where my data is coming from, and lastly, I just upload a CVS file in there. See, told ya, nothing too difficult. Now, comparing generating passwords on 1Password versus NordPass, it really is a similar process. In addition to the standard customizable password, 1Password has a passphrase system and a PIN number generation. It takes just a few seconds, whichever method you use. I found that sharing passwords with 1Password was quick and simple. It allows me to create a customized link for shared passwords and other information with a recipient list. The convenient thing is that recipients don't need to have a 1Password account. but to make it secure, they have to verify their emails to access the link. As any other top password manager, 1Password has an autofill feature as well. While I find it to be functional, sometimes it requires me to look through my saved credentials in the vaults if there is more than one possible selection. While that's not ideal, 1Password's autofill still helps and saves a lot of time and effort. All right, 1Password is known for its vault customization, so let's see how that works. To add a new vault, I need to click the plus button and then name the vault. If I like, I can also give it an icon or add a description. When it's created, I can add items to the vault just like in the main folder and move items between them. Now, if I want to modify the vault, I need to right-click on it in the sidebar and click on Manage Access. And from there, it directs me to the browser. It's not complicated, but I think it's possible to make that simpler. One of the vault modifications that can be done is the 1Password unique feature, Travel Mode. It allows me to assign which vaults are travel safe and which are not. So let's say I visit France for a couple of days. While I'm abroad, vaults that are marked as not travel safe will be locked until I get back. That provides extra security for all of my sensitive information in the travel unsafe vault. Overall, 1Password is a very beginner-friendly option. Moreover, it is affordable. As usual, if you need a password manager app just for yourself, the personal plan will do. And the family plan is a great choice if you need it for at least one more person than yourself. In addition, the 1Password family plan has extra features like parental control and more customizable options. For example, it allows to share the entire vault instead of just individual items. That covers my 1Password tutorial, and I've got another easy to use password manager for your consideration. But before we get into it, don't forget to like this video and subscribe to our channel. Okay, next up is RoboForm, which is very intuitive. Whether I use it on desktop or mobile, the installation was quick and easy, just like on the other two providers. After launching the app on PC, I immediately noticed that everything was laid out in a convenient way. I could find everything I needed through the tabs on the left side. I'm not gonna lie, the first thing I wanted to see with RoboForm was if they still allowed to generate a super long password, and yes, it's still the case. RoboForm still lets me generate a customizable password that consists of up to 512 numbers, capital letters, and symbols. Most other password managers have a cap of 100 or fewer. While I am not sure how much practical use it has, it's still cool to have such functionality. Next in this RoboForm tutorial, I've got to mention that its autofill is one of the smoothest I've tried, and probably on par even if comparing NordPass versus RoboForm. Once I click on the green RoboForm icon right here, it automatically fills in all the necessary fields. Yeah, that's it. Not much else needed to know, really. Now, sharing my credentials or folders is simple with RoboForm. I can create a link for that, similarly just like 1Password. In addition, it gives me full control over the access levels I grant for each item or folder I share. In my opinion, RoboForm covers all the basics, but does it have anything extra that's worth to mention? Well, besides their dark web monitoring, which is a similar feature to NordPass data breach scanner, I want to show you how their unlimited logins feature works. It allows me to store an unlimited number of passwords on its system. Whether it's my email or any other account online, my account password can be stored with just one click. I can just enter my details into the login fields and then click save when the option appears. From then on, it will provide those details automatically when I visit that site. Now that I established that RoboForm is a solid password manager, let's take a look at its pricing. It does have a free plan, but it's very basic and lacks features like password sync or secure shared folder. For that reason, I do not recommend it as a long-term solution. Instead, I suggest looking at their premium plans, especially because RoboForm is one of the most affordable password managers on the entire market. For example, if I compare 1Password versus RoboForm, even 1Password, which is considered affordable, is slightly more expensive. So, which plan to choose? RoboForm Everywhere is their personal plan, which is great if you are only going to use it by yourself. The Everywhere family plan offers everything the same, except it supports 5 users at a time. So whichever plan you choose, it really is affordable. And if you want to get any of my 3 recommended best password managers at an even better price, check out the exclusive deals that I've got for you right there in the description. That covers my review of the best password manager for beginners. My personal favorite is NordPass. It was the most intuitive, whether I tried it on a desktop or a mobile. Having all the same functionality on mobile and desktop alike and all the apps being structured similarly makes for an easy transition from one to the other. Meanwhile, 1Password was really easy to use as well. Besides, their family plan is highly customizable, and let's not forget RoboForm, which is also a good beginner option that covers all of the main features. In addition, it really is affordable. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.